Welcome to these organic devotions, a weekly series of brief reflections emerging from life on the farmstead and life in the Christian faith. Thanks for following along in the journey. This is the fourth week in the season of ordinary time, that long season in the church's way of organizing time, when it is populated not by festivals and holidays, but by the ordinary tasks of daily living as a child of God, paying bills and earning a living, mowing the yard and cleaning the house, and internalizing day in and day out the insights and excitements of those festivals and holidays in ordinary time. There's a sad irony to that description this week, which began with reports of how a night of revelry at a dance club in Orlando, Florida, quickly turned deadly as an armed gunman opened fire on the guests there, killing fully half of those present, injuring most of the rest, before himself being killed by police. I mean, I know that death is a routine part of life here on the farmstead in the form of a dying chicken or a broken plant, but this kind of death is anything but ordinary. So how shall we respond? Perhaps our experience in the garden can offer some perspective. It's tempting at the first sign of a perceived threat, a weed or a bug, to take draconian measures, hosing down with herbicides and pesticides, anything we don't recognize. But we would be the poorer for that approach, wiping out beneficial insects that could help our cause right along with the invasive ones. That, plus the fact that in the early stages of growth, it's hard to know exactly what is peeking out from the soil. Jesus recognized the challenge. In one of his parables about the reign of God, he tells of a farmer whose enemy presumably snuck in one night and planted a bunch of weeds amidst the carefully tended field. When the unintended growth became apparent, the crew suggested that heavy-handed horticultural response. But the farmer cautioned patience. No, he told them, for in gathering the weeds, you'd uproot the wheat along with them. Let both of them grow together until the harvest. And at harvest time, I'll tell the reapers to collect the weeds first and bind them in bundles to be burned, but gather the wheat into my barn. Which is to counsel restraint, because it's easy in trying to be vigilant to do as much harm as good. And so let's be tender in these days of unusual grief and patient, keeping rein on our reactive impulses. Our interest, after all, is not in clean fields, but in abundant harvest. Contact me if you wish at organicdevotions@gmail.com, and return again next week, if you will. Blessings and peace. Bye-bye.